Alright guys, I finally watched Snow White, the movie that's completely tanking at the box office. But the real question is it actually bad? Or did all the controversy surrounding its production fuel an unjustified, or maybe justified, wave of hate? Let's break it down. Drop a comment if you've seen it. And don't forget to subscribe, because the spoiler review is coming soon. First off, let's talk about Rachel Zegler. She's a beautiful girl, no doubt about that, but let's be real, that haircut? Absolutely ridiculous. It makes her look bad throughout the entire movie. If they were already changing so much from the original animation, was it really that hard to give her a decent hairstyle? Just look at the comparison. Her hair with a little more volume versus the disaster they gave her. I mean, they changed the prince, but not her hair? Absurd. Now, beauty is subjective, but I have to say, Gal Gadot, pure elegance. She has a much stronger presence on screen, and yes, she's older than Rachel Zegler, but I couldn't stop laughing when my mom, who watched the movie with me, kept saying how Snow White looked plain compared to the evil queen. Don't be too harsh, though. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's talk about the dwarfs, because this is where things get weird. I actually like the CGI because it makes them look like the animated versions, which adds some charm. But something about them was off. Maybe it was their facial proportions, their oversized heads. They kind of looked like wax figures, just really uncanny. They fit with the movie's bright color palette, but they felt disconnected from the rest of the cast. And if you hated that they didn't use real dwarfs, especially since there is one actual dwarf in the movie, then your frustration is totally valid. For me, the animated style look worked, but let's be honest, all these changes weren't about artistic vision. They were damage control from all the backlash. That's why the film feels inconsistent at times. Now, let's not forget, this is a musical. And in that aspect, it does deliver a Broadway-style spectacle. It has nostalgic songs, some new ones, and plenty of theatrical moments. Unfortunately, Gal Gadot's singing, not her strong suit. Nothing about her performance vocally stood out. However, I did enjoy her acting. And of course, Rachel Zegler? She sings beautifully. But who is this movie really for? Clearly, it's aimed at kids. And for them, it works. It's fun, entertaining, and doesn't drag on like other films that force unnecessary 2-hour run times. I even saw little girls dancing in the theater. The movie is bursting with bright colors, adorable CGI animals, and an overall fairy tale vibe. For kids around 8 and up, a fantastic experience. For adults, though, it might be a struggle, especially if you're not into musicals. I'd give it a 6 out of 10 for adults. But overall, for me, a 7/10. Now, let's address that change. The prince being replaced by a thief. Look, the prince in the original story was barely relevant, so they could have done something cool with him. Instead, they went for the most woke approach possible. That being said, I actually liked Snow White's empowerment at the end. It felt organic. I have no issue with sending a positive message to young girls, but they could have done that without diminishing the prince's role. Why not let him and Snow White grow together as equals? At the end of the day, it's not the worst Disney movie, but it's far from the best. It's watchable, but that's about it. What do you guys think? Is the hate justified? Or is this just another overblown controversy? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.